Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, Anthony Joshua, his fight with Eric Molina is coming up very soon. It'll be here in a couple weeks, and December will be a fun month for boxing. December 10th and 17th. But anyway, he's preparing for his fight, Eric Molina. I saw an interview today. It was on Sky Sports, and Boxing Scene pulled the quotes from the Sky Sports interview. So I'll leave the article for you guys in the description. But basically, they were asking him, because as you guys know, the Vladimir Klitschko fight was supposed to happen in December of this year, and as we know, it fell apart and it's not happening. So now he's preparing to fight Eric Molina, and Molina's going to be a tough fighter. I think I was going to give him some rounds. But with that being said, it's been reported that Vladimir Klitschko is expected to be a ringside for this fight, and people are making a big deal about this. And Joshua, they were asking Joshua about this in the interview, so he had some comments about that. I wanted to get into those, and I wanted to dissect them there. Here's what Joshua said about Vladimir Klitschko being in the O2 Arena come December 10th when he fights Eric Molina. He says, I quote, no problem at all. I'm not fighting Klitschko right now, and if he wants to come down and have a little look, that's no problem. He's more than welcome. If I had the time, I would go to his fights as well, and that's just what we do. The one thing I learned is that watching someone is completely different than being opposite to them throwing punches. Anyone who sat watching who is a potential opponent, it's a completely different ballgame when you step into the ring. That's why I'm not really bothered about who's watching. I'm going to fight them face to face. It's a completely different story. My career, my discipline, my consistency, that's the message, that's the package we're sending across to people. I think that speaks louder than maybe a couple of rounds or a 36-round fight. Whatever message is sent, it is important, but what is important is getting through the fight and making sure I go in there and get the job done against Klitschko when that fight happens. So, boxing is a mental game. Boxing is a serious mental game, and to me, I'm looking very forward to that fight with Klitschko and Anthony Joshua, because you have on one hand Anthony Joshua, who many people believe is the next big thing at heavyweight, and I would tend to agree with those people that he is the next big thing at heavyweight, that he'll be willing to, that he has the skills and the potential to rule this division for many years to come. And this fight against Klitschko represents, those fights you always see of kind of passing the torch. And Klitschko, contrary to popular belief, yeah, I know he's definitely past his prime. There's no argument against that. But I still think there's enough left in the tank to give Joshua more than he can handle, and maybe even pull out an upset victory. I'm not picking him to beat Joshua, but I think there's enough to make it a competitive fight. So it's the kind of fight that if Joshua wins, he validates himself and becomes that dude in boxing, should it happen. And should Klitschko win and beat Joshua, it's the perfect time for him to retire on top and cement himself as a top 10 heavyweight of all time. So, that'll be a good fight once it happens. But Joshua has to focus on Molina, because Molina's not going to come in and lay down. He gave Wilder a very tough fight last year, and I expect him to give Joshua some very good competitive rounds. But Joshua comments on the Klitschko being at ringside at the O2 Arena for his next fight. The reporter asked him about that, so I'll leave the article for you guys down in the description. You can read it for yourself. But leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just giving genius. So until next time, take care, guys.